Hey everybody, Martha Krejci here. So today we're going to talk about how to grow your business when there are things that are out of stock, okay? If this is your very first time being here, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and then also you click on the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on, okay? You'll be the first to know when new videos come on, which is every honkin' day, all right? So how do we grow our business whenever there are things that are out of stock? First of all, what we really need to understand here, let me just get comfortable. What we really need to understand here, you guys, is that this is realistically a mindset issue, okay? There are two different ways that we can approach whenever products are out of stock, and one of the ways that we can approach it would be like, oh my gosh, freak out, panic, I can't sign anybody up, all of these things happening to me. Like, that's one way that you could react to it. Or you could react to it in a different way. You could react to it in a way where you're looking for solutions. There's two different perspectives at all times. And there's the perspective of here's the problem, look at the problem. And there's a perspective of here's the solution, look at the solution. And whatever one of those that you're looking at, and you can't look at both at the same time, right? Whatever one of them that you're looking at is the one that's going to get bigger. If you look at the problem and you keep saying, well, I can't sign people up because this starter kit is out of stock and whatever. If you keep looking at that, that gets worse, okay? Now, if you look at the solution, if you look at like, okay, how can I get creative? How can I look outside of the box? How can I treat this as something that I have control over in some capacity, right? At the end of the day, you guys, we're business owners. First of all, we should be happy that Young Living is out of stock on things at some points, right? That means that they're a growing company. That means that the need is there, okay? So that's fantastic. That's not a bad thing at all. So don't freak out. Look at it as the good thing that it actually is. Now, whenever you're trying to sign somebody up and those starter kits are not available, like there's currently a situation today, right now, which probably won't be for very long, but right now we're out of stock on the Niksha kit, the basic kit, and the thieves kit. Just for today, as I'm recording this right now. And again, this isn't going to be for very long, but it's the case right now, okay? So, and it will happen periodically. It's a company. There are things that are going to be run out of. And again, that's fantastic. That means that there is a need there. So put the perspective of the right thing where it goes, okay? So, if you can't sign somebody up with that, like, one of the things that people are alarmed about is that they can't sign people up with the basic starter kit. Well, for those of you guys that don't know, a basic starter kit is the $35 kit that essentially is kind of like a Costco wholesale membership, right? So it's the kit where you can get somebody signed up and then get them other products that aren't in like a regular premium starter kit. So when you can't use that basic starter kit, how are you getting people signed up? I don't know, you guys. So we're going to get into different potential solutions, but really at the end of the day, what we do as business owners, okay, put your business owner hat on, all right? Empower yourself. Also put your business owner cape on, okay? Let it fly in the breeze behind you like Superman or Wonder Woman, okay? She didn't have a cape, did she? I don't know. Anyway, so what we do is we think of what we can do. All right. So as a business owner, if you were a retail business and you got your product from another company, which is how that goes, and that company were without product, but you had people that came in that wanted that product, what would you do? You would finagle. You would work things out. You would sort of like push things around to where they worked for that individual in that situation. So in the short period of time that these kits in specific are out, what you can be doing is, I don't know, they could sign up as retail, and then because you get a percentage, the 24% between retail and wholesale, you can essentially, with that cost, with that amount of money that you're making, you can essentially make sure that they get, whenever the basic kit comes back in place, you can get them the basic starter kit so then they can become a member because you're already getting that money. Does that make sense? That's a business owner thing to do. Like it's just, you're making things make sense for your customer. And you guys, at the end of the day, what you're really doing is you're building a bond with that customer, with that new member, okay? Because however we need to do it is however we need to do it for right now. At the end of the day, they need product in hand. How are we going to help them get product in hand? Yes, this makes it slightly more challenging, but at the end of the day, we're the business owner. It's up to us to make those calls, okay? It's up to us to say, okay, cool. Well, here's how I'm going to do this for you. Here's how I plan on helping you out. So this is a little outside of what we would typically do, but because of this, we're going to do this just for right now, okay? What you're doing is you're making that person feel special. You're making that person feel taken care of. You have spent bandwidth and brain power on figuring out a solution for that individual. Don't think they're going to forget that. That's actually probably a better bond than even just typical people that sign up every day, right? You're probably getting a better bond with that individual by taking extra good care of them in a situation that's slightly more challenging on the sign up side of things, okay? So it's not, if you're focused on these kits being out of stock and people not being able to sign up and then what's going to be communicated from you to that new member, that potential new member? What's going to be communicated is chaos. Another thing that's going to be communicated is hopefully not, but another thing that could be communicated is that that Young Living always runs out of stuff, which they don't, right? But you don't know. When you're focused on the problem, you exude the problem from all of your pores, right? Imagine yourself as like a light and you're just shining this problem everywhere. That's what happens. When you focus on the problem, it internalizes and it comes out of everywhere, okay? Now, when you focus on the solution, same thing happens. You internalize and it comes out of everywhere. Because listen, somebody can bring a problem to me and I'm not going to even see the problem. I'm going to see okay, here's how we'll fix it. Awesome. Here's how we can move on. Okay, well, that's a challenge. Let's go ahead and fix it this way. There's always a solution, you guys. Always, always, always. My challenge to you is the next time that you feel a problem, that you see a problem happening, immediately switch your tone, switch your perspective to how am I going to fix this? How can we make this better for the person, the new member, the potential member, if it's a potential member thing? But how can we make this a good situation? How can we turn this into a good situation for somebody? That's my challenge to you, because you guys, when you can do that, you have mastered leadership. I promise you. When you figure out how to be solution oriented instead of problem oriented, you have mastered leadership. Because if you can teach that to other people by showing them, I can't think of words right now. If you can actually model, if you can model that behavior to your other leaders, they're going to see that and they're going to be able to do it as well. Leadership is finding solutions, okay? There's not much outside of leadership other than finding solutions. There's not. Okay, that's it for today. Have an awesome day. I'll see you next time.